Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. As I said, this class, inshallah, will be recorded for the benefit of you and for the future students, inshallah. Any questions, just raise your hand and I'll give you the mic. Today, inshallah, we are starting part 5, which is related to the human resource management. It's the creating of human resource advantages. As we said in the introduction class, we will concentrate in 4 basic and important functions of each business, which were the management, finance, human resource, and marketing. And today, inshallah, we're starting the human resource part. So we will take 2 chapters in this part. The first is the motivating of workforce. As we said before, employees has to be motivated so they will perform their tasks effectively and efficiently. And we've said in chapter 6 that motivation is not always by money or by salary or by promotion. It could be also by involvement of the employees in the decision making, and sometimes by recognition of their achievement and so on. Inshallah, in this chapter we will define the important aspect, which is the human relations, and we will determine why it is important to study and define and understand. Also, we will have a look at different types of theories, inshallah, in the second part of this chapter. So, what is the nature of human relations and why it is important? Human relations is the study of the behavior of individuals and groups in organizational setting. Managers has to understand the behaviors of their employees as individual, as a one person or as a group, in the aspect of the organizational setting. Why they need to understand that? Because they need to direct them toward achieving their objectives and goals. If you remember in chapter 6, we've looked at the managerial functions or series of functions. And we've seen that they start with the planning, then organizing, then staffing, then directing or controlling, directing or leading. And directing or leading task of management or managerial functions, we've said that managers should direct their employees to do whatever they want them to do. And by motivating them, they will increase their productivity and creativity in their performance. So human relation has to be understood in terms of understanding how to motivate your employees and make them doing their best to achieve your goals or objectives. So it is the study of the behavior of individual and groups in organizational setting. It involves the motivating of employees to achieve your organizational objective effectively and efficiently. And we've said effectively doing the right thing and efficiently doing it right with the minimum use of resources. So this aspect become very important over years because of the importance of the human resource. Human resource are the most important resources comparing to the other like financial resources or equipment resources. So human resource is the most important, and it is the most difficult to manage because different people have different needs and have different psychologies, different level of education, and so on. So inshallah, in this chapter, we will go through the important aspects of human relations and employees' motivation. And inshallah, we will have multiple number of examples explaining each concept. So what is the motivation? Motivation is an inner drive that directs a person's behavior toward goal. What is the goal is the need that employees or someone feel that he has to satisfy these needs. So the goal is the satisfaction of some needs, and a need is the difference between the desired state and an actual state. What do they mean by the desired state and the actual state? Can anyone tell us? Okay. The desired state is the state after satisfying the need. The actual state is the current state where you still having something or you need something. So the satisfaction of the need goes through these two types of states. Current state that you need something, then you have to do some action or behavior, then you will reach to the desired state where your need is satisfied. So motivating the workforce. Human relations concerned with needs of employees, their goals and how they try to achieve them, and the impact of those needs and goals on job performance. So what they say here, human relations is concentrating and concerned with the needs of employees. Each employee or each person has different needs. So in terms of human relations, they are concerned with the needs of employees. What are these needs? Sometimes are goals and how they try to achieve them. These needs or the lack of the needs will impact of those needs and goals on job performance. These needs and goals will impact or affect the job performance of the employee. So understanding the needs, understanding the goal and how they will be achieved, and understanding the effect of those needs and goals on the job performance. So motivating employees to stay engaged is a key responsibility of management. Management should concentrate, or good manager should keep or work toward keeping their employees engaged with the work. Engagement involves what? Not only the engagement in performing the task, but also it could be emotional involvement and commitment. Emotional means the feeling, the inside feeling. So a good manager should keep their employees engaged, and not only by performing the task, but also by their emotion and commitment. So being engaged result in carrying out the expectation and obligations of employment. So having your employees engaged in the work will make them doing and perform what you expect and what is their obligation in the company. So here we have a diagram explaining the motivation process. Every employee has a need, then the need has to be satisfied by taking some action and or behavior. Then the need will be satisfied. Again, we'll start another need and another process. One example for the need, let's say they hunger. Or let's take you as a student as an example here. One student may see that his grade in this course is a little bit low, so the need will start is to increase the score of this course. What are the behavior or action will be taken is maybe concentrating more on reading the slides, preparing for quizzes, taking activities seriously, and then inshallah they will satisfy their need. So this is an example for the motivation process. Another example, maybe someone will feel hungry. The behavior and the action, he will or she will go and cook something for himself or buy something from outside, and then the desired status will be not hungry anymore. So these are examples could be used in this diagram. I welcome any question. Do you have any question in this? Okay. So we said there is a current status and action to be taken and the desired status. Okay. This is an important concept in human relation, which is called morale. Can anyone tell me what is morale? Or what's your understanding of this word? Okay. Morale, it is something like ethic. Good try. What is the ethic? Ethic is the judgment of people on your doing something or in your decision. Morale is something close to that, but it is related to you as an employee or as a person. And morale is the employee's attitude toward his or her job, employer, and colleagues. So it sounds similar, but the ethics is the judgment of other people on you or on something you did or a decision you take. The moral, it's your attitude toward your job or your employer or your colleagues. It is a very important aspect of human relations. Managers and companies and organizations are trying to increase or develop or improve the morale on their employees. so what? So they will act ethically, develop a good relationship with their employees, and stay engaged in their jobs, will be motivated motivated to perform and to stay productive and creative in their job. So by establishing events, the engagement and the motivation of employees can improve their morale level. Here in the text, they divided the level of morale into two levels. One is the high morale contribute, and the second is the low morale level. So we have two levels: high morale level and low morale level. What is the advantage that we can gain from having a high morale among our employees? It will contribute to the high level of productivity. They will perform very well, and they will increase and keep their productivity high. It is of important and of a good result to all stakeholders, and we know what is the difference between stakeholders and shareholders. We said stakeholders are the everyone related to the outcome of the business. It could be employees, managers, suppliers, customers, everyone related to the outcome of the business, wherein shareholders are the owners of the shares of the companies. So by having a high morale, it will contribute to the high benefits or returns to stakeholders. And also it will reach us to a very important concept, which is called employee loyalty. Employee loyalty is when you have employees that they share the feeling they are part of this organization or this company, and they feel like they are one of the owners of the company, and they feel that their co-workers are part of their family. So the low morale may cause what? May cause high rate of absenteeism, and it might cause a high rate of employee turnover. And if you remember in the ethical class, we've seen that the bad practice from managers and some colleagues by bullying, by shouting at people, by stealing their achievement, by so many examples of unethical type of practices, which cause people to move from the company and start hating this environment and creating a holistic type of environment. So by having a low morale, the problems of absenting and hating the job and looking for another job sometimes with less than what you have as a payment or a benefits. So morale, it's strongly related to the ethical aspect we've learned in the beginning of the semester. But the only difference is that the morale is the attitude of the employee, and the ethics. Ethical is the judgment of the others on the employees or the manager's practice. Rewards is also an important concept in the human relations and in the motivation. In this book, they categorize the rewards into two categories. One is the intrinsic rewards, and the second is the extrinsic rewards. The intrinsic rewards are the personal satisfaction and enjoyment you feel after attaining a goal. This type of reward in Arabic is called the المكافآت الجوهرية. It is related to the satisfaction and enjoyment you feel after attaining a goal or after achieving the goal. They provided us an example here. In this class, you may feel personal enjoyment in learning how business work and aspire to have a career in business, or maybe to operate your own business. So the enjoyment you feel after learning a lot of things related to business and getting advanced in the business aspect is an example of the intrinsic reward. Also, I want to share some other examples of this type of rewards. It could be the feeling of respect that you feel at your work environment. It could be the personal growth that you maybe find yourself getting promoted and maybe having a new skills and learning something new. Also by gaining some more trust, or as I said, learning something new. These are the examples of intrinsic rewards. The other type is the extrinsic rewards. It is the benefit or the recognition from someone else. Another example for you as a student is the grade you get as a result of your effort and success in the class is an example of the extrinsic rewards. Another examples of the extrinsic rewards are the financial and tangible rewards that you might get in your job or work or company. These rewards such as maybe incentives, such as maybe you get a membership, free membership in some fitness clubs. So any financial or tangible rewards are considered as the extrinsic rewards. Okay, what is the goal for the good managers in terms of morale? Their goal and task is to increase the level of morale in their employees. These are some types or some tips to increase the morale level of your employees. First is by the respect. Managers should deal with their employees in a respectful way. No shouting, no any type of the unethical practices we learned in the first few weeks. So respect your employees, appreciate their achievement if they did a good thing or they perform or they achieved their target, they have to be appreciated, maybe by recognition or a appreciation letter to be sent to them. Promotions also a good way to use in increasing your employees' morale. In some companies or organizations, you see that good employees performing very well, and they are smart, they are participating in solving problems, they are providing an innovative ideas, but unfortunately they not getting promoted for several years. Maybe it takes 5 or 6 years that they are in the same position. So in term or if the managers want to increase the morale of their employees or keep them, they have to think of promoting their best employees. Also the involvement, this is a good kind of motivator that keep your employees involved and engaged in your work, and by involving them in the decision making, you will improve their productivity and their contribution to the success of the whole organization. Also, a positive organizational culture. Organizational culture we've taken in the last 2 weeks. As we said, changing in the culture is not easy, but it could be done if the managers are willing to do so. So providing a positive organizational culture, it is important for employees and important to increase their level of morale. Adequate compensation, also the company or the organization has to be fair in the compensation distribution between, for the employees. They should pay them enough to keep them having a high morale. Also, they should take care of the environment and provide a pleasant work environment. I encourage you to, after the class, if you have time, to look at the working environment of Google company. You will be amazed how they try to provide their employees with a pleasant work environment, because they believe that if the employees are comfortable in the workplace, they will be innovated. They will provide a very good and new and unique ideas that could help the company to achieve their goal and mission. Any question here? Okay. Okay. One very important concept and challenges that face managers are to retain their good employees. And for sure, if you have if you are a manager and you have a smart employee, for sure you will see that he gets offers from multiple places or multiple companies. So the art of retaining good employees in your organization is not easy. And here they provide you a recommendation on how to keep your or retain your good employees. The first is by challenging your employees. Challenge your employees. Employees want to see that they are doing something worthy. So by giving them a challenging task, you keep them engaged and keep them motivated to stay in your company. Provide adequate incentives. Incentives are it might be the payment out of the salary, and it could be benefit or money payment. So by providing them incentive, you're making sure that you're keeping the good employees in the company, and these incentives has to be fairly distributed based on the performance of the employees. So the good employees will get more than the regular employees. So you are encouraging them to perform and to become a more productive. Don't micromanage. Micromanaging is when you keep eye at your employees in every and each detail. So micromanaging is frustrating employees, especially if you have a professional, high professional employees. So they don't like to keep watching them in each and every step they do. So they prefer giving them the task, giving them the deadline, and just let them do the task without micromanaging. So create a work-friendly environment. The environment for the employees is very important. Also, friendly environment or pleasant environment, respectful environment are the types of environment that will retain the good employees in the company. Provide opportunities for employee growth. This is a very important because the good employees wants to see themselves in a better position in the future. So they will do their best to achieve the goals and objectives of the company, but at the same time they are thinking of their career. So if there is an opportunity for them to grow, this will keep them in the company. And I can share here one example. I have a friend who works in a finance consulting company, and he has like 15 years of experience, and he works in the medium-sized company. And I've told him once, why don't you move to a bigger company and they will pay you more? His answer was, I'm expecting soon that they have me as a partner in this company. And that was true. They decided to give him some stock share of the company, and he's now a partner of the company, the medium-sized company. So this is a kind of example for the provide opportunity for employee to grow. Here we have 10 recommendations on how to motivate employees. First, of course, by managers. First is the manager should interact with employees in a friendly and open manner. Try to develop good relation as a manager. Try to develop good relationship with your employees and maybe create some friendship. Also, adequately dispense rewards and other incentives. Be fair in distributing your the rewards and incentives. Don't make the good employees and the high performed and achieved employees equal to the lazy employees and regular employees. The good employees should have a higher or a better reward and incentive than the other based on their performance and achievement. Create a culture of collaboration. Some managers are relying on one or two of their employees, and they believe that they are very smart and they will do the task correctly. And sometimes they ignore the other employees. The best motivator and the best environment or culture is the collaboration culture. So the achievement of the group is greater than the achievement of each employee himself. So collaboration and group working, interaction and communication between the employees will result a better result. Provide both positive and negative feedback and constructive criticism. Some managers are giving only the negative feedback. But to motivate your employees, you have to provide both. And the positive and the negative has to be in a respectful way. Some bad managers are ignoring the positive feedback. If the employee did a good thing, they ignore that. But if they have done a small mistake, they start giving their feedback. This is a bad practice. The managers should provide both, but also in the respectful way. Make employees feel as if they are partners rather than workers. This is a important and difficult task for managers, how they can make their employees feel like they are a partners or owners of the company. It needs a communication skills, and it needs a managerial skills to make your employees feel that feeling, so they will be happy for the achievement. They will take care and feel like they are using their machines, and they will be very ethical and having a high morale if you could make them feel this is your organization, and we deal with you as a partner, not as a worker. Also, managers has to handle conflict in a professional way. Conflict occurs even in the houses between the brothers. So having multiple employees, you should expect some conflicts, and it is a responsibility of the managers to solve and take care of these conflicts in a professional manner. This is considered as a motivation, because sometimes if the manager couldn't handle conflicts in a good way, he might affect the employees in the conflict, and he might also affect the employees who are watching or waiting for the result of the conflict. Provide continuous opportunities for improvement and employee growth. This is a very important motivator for the employees, because as I said, employees wants to see themselves in a higher position after some time. So manager should continuous providing opportunities for the employees to improve and for them to growth. Encourage creativity and problem solving by involving your employees in the decision making and in the problem solving. You are encouraging their creativity in this problem or in this problem solving. Recognize employees for jobs well done. Recognition, appreciation, announcement for the employees who achieved or completed their work in a successful way. This is a very important motivator. If you remember, in the unethical practice, we had an example of managers who steal or steal some of their employees' well done ideas or jobs. So this will be an example of a bad motivator for the employees. So appreciation, thanking, and recognizing the well done jobs for the employees is very important. Finally, allow employees to make mistakes, so they will learn from these mistakes. Small mistakes are healthy for the employees, and it is the best way to learn and develop their skills. So good manager that allow the employees to make mistakes, and then he talk to them and give them a negative feedback in a good way, so they will not doing the mistake again, and they will improve their skills in performing the job. Now we will jump to the second level or the second part of this chapter. We will discuss the important theories related to the employee's motivation. Before we pursue with this part, I will take some of your questions. If no, then we will take 5 minutes break, and then inshallah we will continue. So any question related to the previous slides? Mr. Tariq, Mr. Anas, anyone? Okay, then let's have 5 minutes break. We are 4:46. Inshallah, we'll come back 4:51. Thank you, and see you after 5 minutes. Okay, let's get back. The voice is clear. Okay. Okay, the second part of this chapter is talking about the theories that related to the motivation. We will look at 7 theories. We will see how these smart authors have looked at the motivation from different perspectives. And these theories are the well-known theories related to the motivation of workforce. The first theory we'll look at is called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Maslow's categorized the needs into 5 categories, and he ranked them in his pyramid from down to top. So in his theory, arranged 5 basic needs of people. The first category is the physiological, and then security, social, esteem or self-esteem, and the top one is the self actualization type of need. So we used to look at pyramids from top to down. In this theory, you have to look from down to top. So he's saying you cannot start thinking of the second level of needs or second category until you satisfy the first level of needs or the category of needs. Here we will look in detail. So as I said, he categorized the needs into 5 categories. The first is the physiological needs. These are the basic needs for any human. These needs has to be satisfied so the human can live. What are these needs? Are the water, for example, water, food, shelter or house, and the clothing. So he's saying these needs has to be satisfied first before moving to the next level of needs. The second level of needs is the security needs. It is the need to protect oneself from physical or economic harm. This needs is about the related to the wages, salaries, incentives, and some medical insurance, the safety in the work. These needs, you cannot think of the security need before you satisfy the first level of needs. So after satisfying the food, water, the very basic things that related to the human to stay alive. So then the second type is the security needs, and as we said, it is related to the physical and economic harms. These needs called the low or basic types of needs, the physiological and the security needs that each and every employee should have these two needs satisfied. Then we start in the high level of needs. The social need is the need for love, companionship, friendship, and the desire for acceptance by others. The employees or the human need to be accepted by the others, by their colleagues, by the outside people. So these needs are the third level of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Then the esteem or self-esteem needs is the need for respect, not only as others' respect, but also self-respect. After satisfying all three needs, the basic two and the social need, employee will be motivated if you could provide him with the job or the task that help him in gaining respect from the others and also by himself. And the top level of these needs is the actualization need. It is the need to be the best one can be at the top of the hierarchy. So this is the highest need when you reach to a level that you are thinking of yourself to be the best one you could be. So in this theory, Maslow provided us the categories of needs, and he arranged them, and he said you cannot think of the second level before satisfying, or you cannot think of the higher level before satisfying the lower level of needs. So what this type of theory can tell managers or can help managers in their plan for motivating employees. Understanding the level of needs for your employee is very important, so you can think what is really motivate this employee. So based on this pyramid, you will understand, okay, this employee is in this level, so I have to start think of motivating him either in this level, in the current level, or in the next one. Another researcher called Herzberg, he categorized the need in different way. He categorized the need into two categories. One is the hygiene factors, and the second is the motivational factors. Based on the needs, he distributed the factors or the needs into these two categories. So in the hygiene factors, it is the aspects that focus on the work setting and not on the content of the work. For example, aspects include adequate wages, comfortable and safe working condition, fair company policy, and security. He made his two categories based on the either one is based on the work setting, and the other is based on the content of the work itself. So, in the motivational factors, uh, uh, for example, it's the aspects like achievement, recognition, involvement, responsibility, and advancement. So he's doing the same like the previous theory, but from different perspectives. He concluded that hygiene factors are not necessarily motivate employees, but if they are not present, they might cause dissatisfaction and high turnover. So if you are not paid a good salary and the environment or the work condition is not comfortable, the policies of the company are not fair, and there is no job security, you could be laid out or fired anytime. This will cause dissatisfaction, and as an employee will start looking for another job. However, in the second category of needs, if the motivational factors, if they are absent, they might not result to the dissatisfaction. But if they are occurred, they will motivate the employees to perform in a very good way and to be productive and to be creative too. So, as example, the achievement and the recognition, appreciation, and involvement in the decision making, if they are not practiced in your organization, you might still be satisfied with the payment and the good environment and safe work condition. However, if these motivational factors occurred, they are for sure will motivate the employees to perform in a very good way. These are the factors we just explained in the hygiene and motivational factors. Hygiene factors like fair company policies, supervision, working condition, good working condition, and safe relationship with your colleagues, good salary and good security for your job. The motivational, as we said, achievement, recognition or appreciation, the work itself, having some responsibilities and feel like you are participating in the company advancement, that you improving your skills and getting more training, the personal growth by skills or by position or any type of growth. Yes, I've seen a hand raised. Anyone has question? Okay, so these are the two theories that related to the needs. Now we will see some other types of theories related to the types of managers and management styles. So MacGregor's theory X and Y are published by MacGregor's. Theory X represent type of managers or management style, and Y represents the opposite type of managers or management style. So in the theory X, MacGregor's traditional view of management, whereby it assume that workers generally dislike work and must be forced to do their jobs. So as I said, it is two types of managers. The first type, which is the X, looks at their employees and assume that they dislike their work and must be forced to do their job. The other type we'll look at it after a while, after a few minutes, and we will see how it is the opposite of this assumption. So the average person naturally dislike their work and will avoid it when possible. They're saying here, like average employees, they don't like their work, and whenever they get chance to avoid doing their work, they will take the chance. So most workers must be forced, controlled, directed, or threatened with punishment and get them to work toward the achievement of organizational objectives. They're saying here in this theory X, employees has to be controlled, directed, also threatened by with punishment. You should, as a manager, you should keep saying, do your work or you will be punished, maybe by deducting from their salaries, maybe by punishing them by firing them from the company. So this kind of manager believe that close supervision and micro managing employees is must, otherwise they will not do their job correctly. So average worker prefer to be directed to avoid responsibilities and relatively little ambition, want security. They're saying here most of the worker avoid responsibilities. They don't want to take responsibilities. They just want to do their job without taking responsibilities. And they are not having ambition and wants security. So this is the traditional and the old management style. It's not the good style to practice these days. They focuses on the physiological and security needs and virtually ignores the higher needs discussed by Maslow. So they are saying here the theory X managers, they just concentrate on the low and basic needs as a needs to be satisfied for their employees, and they ignore the other type of needs, and they believe that their employees will be motivated by only the low level of needs. They theory Y, it is the opposite of theory X. It is called the humanistic view of management, whereby it is assumed that workers like to work and that under proper conditions, employees will seek out responsibilities in an attempt to satisfy their social esteem and self-acquisition needs. So this is the opposite assumption of employees, and they dislike work and they avoid responsibilities and they won't perform their task without close supervision. And this one, and the theory why it is a totally opposite. It is a humanistic view, and they assume that workers like their work and willing to take responsibilities, and they are willing also to satisfy their social and self-esteem and self-acquisition needs. So as an employee, it is better for you to look for managers that practice the theory Y instead of working under managers that practice theory X. So traits of theory Y manager: maintain less control and supervision, do not use fear as the primary motivator, are more democratic in decision making. So what are the traits of theory X, the previous example? Maintain less control or high control. Maintain high control and direct supervision. They use the fear as a primary motivator, and they are not allowing their employees to participate in the decision making. So can anyone share what is the practice of their manager and their job? Is it theory X or theory Y? Okay, then let's continue. Okay, what are the assumptions for theory Y? The expedition of physical and mental effort in work is as natural as play or rest. They're saying here, mine is type Y. Okay, it's better if you want to participate on the mic. So these are the assumptions for the theory Y. They saying that it is natural. It is natural that the physical and mental effort in work is as play or rest. People will exercise self-direction and self-control to achieve objective to which they are committed. So if you give your employees the task and you're telling him, I want you to achieve so and so goals, they will direct themselves and control themselves to achieve the objectives, as long as they are committed to it. People will commit to objectives when they realize that the achievement of those goals will bring them personal rewards. So if you provide them the reward, they for sure will be committed to the task and to achieve the objectives. So the average person will accept and seek responsibilities. And the theory X, that is the opposite, that they avoid taking responsibilities. And in this, and theory Y, the average person, the assumption is the average person will accept and seek, not only accept, but they will seek, they will go after having some responsibilities. Imagination, ingenuity, and creativity can help solve organizational problems, but most organizations do not make adequate use of these characteristics of their employees. I'm saying here, employees can participate effectively in in solving the organizational problem, but most of the time they are not getting that chance. Organizations today do not fully use workers' intellectual potential. The workers has intellectual potential and so many skills. However, most of the organization do not give them the chance or the opportunity to participate and show such skills. Theory Z, it is by another guy. He's a professor, I think, in Stanford University. It is different than the theory X and Y. Theory X and Y, I think it was studied in the US, and this smart guy has added the Japanese managers and styles into his study. So the theory Z is the management philosophy that stresses employee participation in all aspects of company decision making. It incorporates many elements associated with the Japanese approach to management, trust and intimacy, but adapted for the use of the US. It results in employees feeling organizational ownership, and it may produce positive attitudinal and behavioral effect for employees. So, as I said, this guy have tried to use the Japanese approach and implemented in the US, and he believes that such approach will improve will affect positively the attitude and the behavior of the employees. And now we'll see a comparison between the X and Y and Z theories. So this table shows you the difference between the three theories. And for example, the country practice theory X, you could see it in the China's companies. Theory Y in the United States and Theory Z in Japan. What is the philosophy for the Theory X is the tight control and over workers, close supervision, micro management, and Theory Y assumes that worker will seek responsibility and satisfy social needs. So you don't have to tightly control your employees as long as they agreed in the task, they will do it correctly. And the Japanese or Theory Z, employee participation in all aspects of decision making. So it is a kind of democratic leadership or manager. He allows his employees to participate in all aspects of decision making. And the job description point of view, Theory X, considerable specialization. If you remember in the last week lecture, we've seen that specialization and over specialized job, that it is boring and it doesn't improve the employees' skills. So in such type of jobs or employees, it is better that to be under Theory X because I don't think so. They like their job and it is boring, so maybe it needs more control and supervision. And the job description for Theory Y, less control and supervision, address higher level of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And the Theory Y, trust and intimacy with workers sharing responsibilities. And the term of control, Theory X is tight control. Theory Y, less control and commitment to self-direction. And the Theory Z, relaxed but required expectation. Worker welfare, and the Theory X, it is limited concern. And the Y, it is democratic. And the Z, it is commitment to workers' total lives. In terms of responsibilities, the responsibilities in Theory X, it is responsibility of the manager. In Theory Y, it is it is on both the managers and the employees. In Theory Z, it is shared between the employees and the managers. Equity theory. This is another theory that we will go through today. The assumption of that theory, this theory, is how much people are willing to contribute to an organization's depends on their assessment of the fairness or equity of the rewards they will receive in exchange. So this theory is saying that the employees will be willing to contribute in their organization based on their assessment or their judgment of the fairness of what they getting on as an exchange. So each employee will say, okay, what I'm getting let's say, as a salary, as a, motivation, as incentives, based on his assessment, based on his judgment. He will think, okay, I'm getting so and so, and I deserve maybe more. Then I will not contribute or do or perform the best I could. Because of what? Because of his feeling that he's not dealt with as a fair or as equity. Sometimes he think that he deserves more and he's getting less, so this will affect his performance. So equity is subjective notion. This means it is different between person to person. You might have a colleague that if you talk to him, okay, we are doing so much work and we deserve maybe more, and you surprised that he is satisfied and he's happy with what he is getting. So it is difficult to predict the subjective notion because it depends on the person. So in this theory, the author saying that the performance of employee it is affected by his assessment of what he's getting. So might explain why many consumers are upset about CEO compensation. CEO is the chief executive officer, and in one of the chapters we've seen that the compensation for the top compensation CEOs, and we've seen that they are getting millions of dollars every year. So the corporation have now begun to tie CEO compensation with company performance, because CEO are the top of the companies. Their compensation and their payment should be tightly connected to the company performance. The feelings and inequity may underlie some unethical or illegal behavior in business. Employees, when they feel they are not fairly paid based on their assessment, they might start dealing unethical or illegal behavior in business might occur. We've seen so many in the ethical lecture. We have seen so many examples of unethical actions being performed in organizations. One of them is the bribe or rashwa. One of them is the misuse of the organizational resource or time or any other aspects of unethical. So the author of the equity theory is saying that the managers should listen or hear from their employees on their assessment of the fairness and equity of the rewards. So they might maybe motivate them, or they might take care of the unethical or illegal behaviors they might do. Personal input-output ratio. Worker develops a personal input-output ratio by taking stock of his or her contribution, which is the input, to the organization. So what are the inputs? They are like the time, effort, skills, and experience. Assessing rewards, which is the output offered by the organization. So what they do here, they take the inputs, the contribution, the job they do, their level of education, experience, skills, and then compare it with the output. The output are their assessment of the rewards, the payment, benefits, recognition, and promotion. And then they compare them with other person. Let's say you're working in the finance department and you have a bachelor degree, you have 2 or 3 years of experience, and you are getting, let's say, 8,000 riyals. Based on this theory, the equity theory, you will start compare the input you give, the time, effort, skills, and experience, and then you will assess your rewards, the payment and benefits, and then you will compare it with someone working in your department with similar experience and certificate and so on. So once you feel that you are getting same as your colleagues with the same experience and skills, you will feel that it is fair. You are getting a fair payment. If you compare and you see that he is getting more than you, then you will feel it is not fair distribution of the rewards. Another way is you compare with group of people, more than colleague, and take the average and then compare it with your what you get, and as a result you will see if they get more or they get less or they get something close. So if ratio are close, individual feel treated equitably. So you will feel that the organization is fair in distributing the rewards. Expectancy theory. The assumption of this theory that motivation depends not only on how much a person wants something, but also on how likely he or she is to get it. So expectancy theory, it's they're saying that they assume that the motivation depends not only on how much a person wants something, but also on how likely he or she is to get it, because this assumption is based on different in personality. So you might have employee that he wants something, but he's not really fighting for it. So this theory is saying that, okay, concentrate not only on the employees who want something, but also add another factor, which is the how likely he or she is to get it. So a person who wants something and has reason to be optimistic will be strongly motivated. Optimistic optimistic is the تفاؤل. In Arabic, it is the تفاؤل. So it's saying that the person or the employee who wants something and has reason to be optimistic will be strongly motivated. This type of people are strongly motivated by getting the thing they want or the something they are willing to have. If you do not believe you are likely to get what you want, you may not be motivated to try to get it, even though you really want it, even though you really want it. So if you are not really optimistic, if you are not really optimistic and you have the في واحد مشغل المايك يا شباب.